The two of you just kind of like went in circles, and I was like, should I cut in? Or I was like, I don't know, maybe they'll figure it out. And then I could tell you gotta figure it out.
I was not gonna.
And so I said your line, but I thought back to it, and I said it like very much not in my character. I said it as if I was you. And
so you was like, you ain't got no clothes
yeah,
on.
like I literally was like, I said it with your exact like intonation, and I was like, that is so not my character. But I was like,
girl, I was fighting, trying not to like break character.
I was like, why did I say it like that?
Hello. Welcome to Situaseans podcast. I'm your host, Sean Michael Williams, aka seanydoo. You can call me Sean. Seanydoo does not matter to me. I'm just glad that y'all are here. I have a special guest here, Joelle Tshudy. She is an actress based in LA, and she is also we're both in the same show, Three Coconuts, now playing in Santa Monica. So come out and see the show. Welcome to the podcast, Joelle.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you on, and like even just like working with you in this current show that we're in. I'm like, you know what? Like you are just so talented. You're booking all these shows. You're just killing it. I'm like, I gotta have you on this show. Like you have such a vibrant vibe to you.
Oh my gosh. Well, what's crazy is I like truly wasn't booking anything until like this show, and now all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I'm like really, really talented at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All the things. And speaking of which, since you're booking all the things and all the light, I need to turn on these lights. Let's go ahead and make that happen. I'm gonna snap my fingers and the lights are gonna work.
Oh yeah, magic.
It's like, yeah, I didn't forget to turn the lights on.
Yeah. No, you meant to do that.
I meant to do that. That was all intentional. Well, for those of you that are listening for the first time, this is Situaseans podcast. We talk about dating, relationships, mental and emotional life experiences. Ooh, fucking we. And today we are talking about, being like, what it's like being an actor, playing like all these dynamic characters. And we're going to be talking about Joelle's journey as an actress.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all about you.
I'm honored.
And so even kind of just like starting off. So yeah, you're based out here in LA and you're originally from Jersey. Can you kind of tell me more about your journey getting out here and what it was like?
Oh my God. Well, have I told you my journey getting out here?
Like a little bit. I know we didn't have time to talk about it too much because we were rehearsing.
Okay. Because I fully moved out here like the week of the COVID shutdown.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fully like left New Jersey beginning of March. My dad and I had this whole cross country road trip planned. And then like as we're driving across the country, like things are just shutting down and COVID is getting worse and worse. We got to like Arizona and it was just like, is my dad going to be able to fly home? Like what is going on? So anyway, we like cut our trip short. I drove him straight from like the Grand Canyon to like LAX. Wow. And he got on the next flight home. And I didn't have literally anywhere to live. Yeah. I was moving out here. I did have a guy that I knew that we were going to find an apartment together. And then while I'm driving across the country, he was like, I need to move back to the East Coast. Like, this is crazy. And like, obviously, like I wasn't like mad because I was like, yeah, this is like, how are we supposed to know that this was going to happen?
Right.
Obviously.
How dare you not predict COVID?
Exactly. And screw me over. But I was like staying with a friend in Pasadena and I was like staying on his couch. And my plan was to stay on his couch until me and this other person found somewhere to live. So then I was like, okay, I can sleep on this couch for like 3 weeks if I need to. But like, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't stay here for 6 months and just like stay in this guy's apartment, like this friend that I know. So I was like, do I go home? Do I stay here? Like, what do I do? I didn't have a job. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have like nothing. Wow. So I called my family and I was like, okay, I think I need to go home. So I left my car with like everything I own in like a public storage parking garage.
Yeah.
And I flew back to New Jersey from March until like July. And in July, I had another friend who was moving out here. So I just like hitched a ride with him, did the cross country road trip a second time during COVID, and came back out in July. And then I found like random people to live with. But yeah, like my first week here, I was like staying in a hotel. The second time I came out, I like lived in a hotel for a week. And then I lived in an Airbnb for 2 weeks. And then I subletted from somewhere for 2 weeks. And then I finally got an apartment with like 2 random people that I don't know.
Wow.
And I lived with them for a year.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
But like that point in my life was such like a growth point because I was like, I up until then, I'd only really lived with my parents. And then I lived in college with like in the dorms with like friends and stuff. Yeah. So this was the first time that I was totally alone in a brand new city, had no friends, no job. And I like was just kind of taking things day by day just to survive basically.
Right.
And thank God I stayed because now I'm like the happiest I've ever been. So
good. Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah.
Wow. And here along, like when I moved out here, I thought I was like going through it because my story was pretty much like I was looking for a job out here because I was working at Blue Cross and Blue Shield back in Chicago, and they couldn't allow me to work remotely out here. And the one out here is not associated with the one in Chicago, so I couldn't make a lateral move. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I was like, I took on a government job working at Obamacare, and then I got laid off in August of last year just to Trump's funding cut.
Obviously.
Fuck, right? Fucking Trump. But so now I'm doing some freelance marketing for this other, spine and back pain practice. But yeah, when I got out here, I was looking at 30 different apartments, and like this place that I'm at now was like the second to last place that I came across. I thought I wasn't gonna find anything. I was like, because I came out here with like a week's worth of time to just look. I was driving here. I was in OC. I was in the valley just trying.
Yeah.
And because I wanted everything. I'm like, well, if I'm making this big move and I'm going to stay out here, I don't plan on moving back.
Right.
I want a place that has everything. And so, me just being very picky kind of fucked me over a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
But, it was definitely worth it, though. But, yeah, I thought my situation was, like, rough. Oh, my goodness. Like, if I had to go through that, I would have been like, no.
It was so wild. And also, like, yeah, like, looking for apartments, but also during COVID, like...
Even worse, exactly.
It was so much worse. And even, like, finding random people to live with, it's like I couldn't even, like, meet them ahead of time, really,
Yeah.
I just kind of had to move in.
Right.
And thank God, I mean... all of my roommates out here have been fantastic. And like, I've heard some horror stories. So I'm like very lucky with the situations I've had, but it was wild. And then I didn't have a job for like the first 6 months I lived here. Yeah. I couldn't get one. It was like the height of COVID. Like no one was hiring. Nothing was open.
People were just serving things out the windows if you were going to the restaurants.
Yeah, my first job, I worked at a farmer's market, but it was just once a week. So then like that was my first job, was 1 day a week, and I was like, it was so bad. Yeah. But I stayed, and that's like, I'm like, wow, I can't believe all that happened, and I'm like still here.
Yeah.
Like thank God. That means that it was meant for me,
Exactly. So you think you're going to stay out here in LA, or do you have plans to move somewhere else?
I have no plans to move anywhere else.
All right.
I really love it here. And like I've been like lucky in my life to have a lot of great friends in like every area of my life and every era of my life. Yeah. But like out here, the people I know out here like just really feel like home to me. And like I've never felt more comfortable in myself than since I moved here. And that to me is like a sign where I'm like, okay, like I don't feel like I have to put any walls up or put a front on for people out here. Like just my friends out here, I just feel very at home.
Good.
And that's good. I miss my family, but other than that.
Are you the only one from your family that's out here?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about moving to New York for a while because that would have been a lot easier and I would have been a lot closer to home, but like,
especially for musical theater.
Well, right, exactly. Like that would have been the quote unquote smarter choice, I guess. But like not for me. Like I always say, like, I'd much rather be struggling in LA than struggling in New York. Like maybe New York would have better opportunities for me job wise, maybe, but like, I like this city so much, but I've never liked New York.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I grew up so close and it was just kind of like, whatever to me.
Yeah.
But like, I've never liked New York. So I'm like, why would I move there and like be struggling to find jobs and to be auditioning in a city that I don't even like? Like, at least here, if I'm like struggling and I'm like not getting jobs, I like at least like where I live.
Exactly. So. At least there's the beach, you know?
Exactly. And at least there's sunshine. Oh my God. My mood is so affected by the weather. And I'm like right now, New York is like in 10 feet of snow. And I'm like, so glad I'm not there.
Exactly.
No
way. I feel you there. I love being out here as opposed to being back home, like in Chicago. Cause like, yeah, like it's kind of like the same thing. It's just like, the weather here is way better. And then even though like I was doing like a lot of theater in Chicago, musical theater and stuff like that, you know, I came out here because I was like, also I want to like do TV and stuff like that and commercials. And I know you're doing that too. So yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. You know, so no, I mean, I'm glad that you're sticking to your art and you're sticking to what you want to do. And I think that's what matters.
And what feels good to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so like, even just coming out here, like what would you say was like the biggest culture shock between like East Coast and West Coast?
Oh, culture shock. I guess, I don't know. I worked for a really long time in West Hollywood on Melrose Place, like a very, very rich area.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if this is an East Coast versus West Coast thing. And I also don't even know like what trends are on the East Coast anymore. But like, I do think, I don't want to be judgmental because do whatever you want. But so many people, everyone has the same face.
Yeah.
You know what I like? Yeah. I just feel like everyone,
I know exactly
everyone is like has this, they wear the same outfits, the same hairstyle. They have the same Botox, the same, like it's in like, again, like do what you want to your body. Like, I don't, you know, but I do feel like, especially in that area, I won't say that as LA as a whole, because I do think that there's a lot of people who are very their own person and express themselves in their own way and whatever. Yeah. But I think that there's a lot of, there's a certain type of person that is just very prominent out here. The other big culture thing for me moving here was like seeing celebrities. And I know not everybody has that experience, but like the places I've worked, like the farmer's market and the coffee shops I've worked at, like I feel like I've seen a lot of celebrities, and like the first couple, you're always just kind of like, oh my God. But like, I feel like now I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, I feel like I recognize that person, you know, but like, it's kind of normal. Yeah. Like I don't really have a reaction to it anymore, which honestly, thank God, unless it was someone that like I personally am a really big fan of, but just like an everyday celebrity, I'm always kind of like, oh, I feel like, oh, that's that person, you know? And like, that's it. That was really weird. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like every person is their own person, and every city has their own little quirks.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of like, you know, agree with you on that. Like I actually fully agree with you on that, because even coming out here, I was like, man, why is everybody so big on trying to impress the other person?
Yeah. And everyone has a perfect body. Like everyone has the same abs, Pilates body. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Right. Exactly. And then like a handful of people, oh, we all have the same plastic surgeon. Like, you know, we all have the same, like this specialist for this, or the same like dietitian, or I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And again, like, I don't want to like say that that's LA
nice to have money, no?
Right, literally. And like, I don't want to say that that's like LA as a whole, because like I said, like I have met my favorite people I've ever known in this city. Like there are so many really, really great, unique artists that are like fantastic. But then there's also that group of like rich white girls who all look exactly the same. Yeah. You know, like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I remember like the first celebrity that I've ever encountered like coming out here was, so I was getting like my resume printed or whatever at FedEx, like the print and ship place or whatever, because like my printer, like it doesn't work anymore because because basically all my valuable electronics. See, I kind of fucked myself up in this. So when I had shipped my car out here, I was like, I'm not going to drive 30 hours from Chicago to here. But you know, I was like, I'm going to just fly everything and we'll just figure it out later. So I put all my electronics in my car, and then, you know, the car was like on the back of like this trailer or whatever. By the time I got my car out here, a lot of my stuff was just jumbled up because, of course, you know, like the truck going
on
over
the bumps and everything. That's crazy.
So my printer was pretty much just like upside down and like open, and some springs fell out of it. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. So I'm like, I don't want to buy a new printer. I'm gonna just go to FedEx to go print it or whatever. Needless to say, long story short, like sometimes I'll go on a tangents. I'm kind of like what do you call, like an offender of going on tangents, but I'll try to like connect it all back. I promise there's a connection. So basically went to the FedEx apprenticeship to like print out some resumes, and I encountered like one of the contestants on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
I'm like blanking on her name right now. Oh my God. But like, I'm sure like after I'm like editing this, like the editors will pull up the picture or whatever, and we'll pull up the name. But anyway, I encountered her while I was printing. I was like, oh my God, like you're so-and-so. Like I know you off of Perfect Match.
So you said something. See, I never say anything. I never say anything.
And I got a selfie with her, and I will post a selfie up here too. But yeah, I was like, what? What is life? And then I was flying from here to New York. I'm sorry, here to DC, because I had some business back when I was working for Obamacare. I had encountered Martin Short on my American Airlines flight.
Gosh.
And he was riding first class, rightfully so. But I was like, wait a minute, you're Martin Short. Oh,
so you do talk to them?
Yeah.
See, I don't.
Why not?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I pretend like I have no idea who they are. Like every single time. Like I'm just like, especially working at a coffee shop when they would like come in, like I always ask what their name is. I always am like I don't think there's ever been a celebrity that I've been like, oh my God, you're this person. I don't say it.
Yeah.
I just pretend I don't know them every time. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the nerves or if I don't want to bother them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I never let them know that I know who they are.
So who's your favorite celebrity or like favorite artist, anybody in the world? Like who's like your number one?
Like in the world or that I've seen?
Like just in general, in the world.
In the world, Harry Styles.
Okay, so if you saw Harry Styles, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't say anything. I know that that's crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'd say anything. I think I would like. Yeah, I think I'd get too nervous.
Wow.
I know,
okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I wish because there have been celebrities that like I know of that I've like encountered.
Yeah.
And I still, I really don't say anything.
Yeah,
I can't.
Wow. Well, if I'm ever around you and you encounter Harry Styles, I'm gonna tap
You
her.
can say something.
I'm gonna be like, hey, she's a huge fan, man. Like,
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
That would be like it's not like I don't know.
I don't know. I want to play it cool and be like, I don't care. You know, like that's my thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. I can't.
Yeah.
And like maybe if I was like at a party and they were there.
Okay.
You know, like
fair.
something where I'm like, maybe we're on the same like level, you know, but when I'm like taking their order or we're just like, or I see them in public, I'm like, ugh, they're so much higher than me. You know what? And like, but like if we were at an event though, where like we were both invited to something, then maybe I would say something because I'm like, see, I'm here, so I'm as cool as you right now. You know?
For sure.
Yeah. Let's
get Joelle to the red carpet, you guys.
Yeah, please. Someone get me there. Someone invite me to a really cool party.
And so you earned your BFA in musical theater. We love that. And so how does that training kind of like shape the way you approach acting, even like you know, across various roles, whether on stage or in film?
Yeah. Well, so a lot of musical theater programs are different. Like I feel like there's some programs that are really, really like are dance heavy, some that are really, really like singing heavy. I feel like my program really focused on the acting first, and then the other two, I don't want to say were like secondary. They were all three were like top, but like, even like when in dance classes, it was always like inspired by the acting, like it was acting first, and then that's what made you dance.
Yeah.
And same with like the singing, it was like you don't just sing a song, like you sing a song because you're feeling first, and then that's what makes you sing the song.
Yeah.
So it was, I feel like my program was a very acting focused program. And thank God, because I agree. I think that like, not that like singing and dancing are secondary necessarily, but as far as time goes back, like the reason why people danced and sang was because of their emotions first. And that's what made them do that. So like, the acting is kind of what creates the singing and the art of sing and dance.
Absolutely.
So I think that I feel like I'm an actor first. I'm an actor, then a singer, and then a dancer. Barely. But yeah, so I feel like I always focused more on the acting training too. And people, there's a thing of like when you're on stage, your acting has to be bigger, and then when you're on camera, it has to be smaller. And I agree with that. But I don't know. There are certain styles of acting on the camera that are still big.
Yeah.
And there's certain styles of acting on stage that's small. If you're in like a black box space, you don't need to do all these huge actions in your acting so that like the back row can see you. Like it's a small space.
It's an intimate space, yeah.
Right. So I feel like they translate pretty well. Yeah, I guess that's my answer.
Absolutely. No, for sure. Yeah, like my degree, my bachelor's is in film, and so like I went to Columbia College Chicago, and actually I started out here in Columbia College Hollywood. It was so expensive to live out here.
Oh, so you lived here before?
I did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was 18 years old when I moved out here because I wanted to move far away from home. And so moved out here because I guess like long story short, like, and so I've been doing like theater my entire life. Started out in kindergarten, and in high school, my theater director was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about like acting in film or directing film and TV?" I was like, "No, I never thought about that." And so it pretty much changed the trajectory of all the colleges that I wanted to go to. Because at first I wanted to go to like Marquette and and then also or pursue some type of engineering degree because I love cars, I love motors, and I love mathematics and physics. And so like that's something that I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to go for that because I want to start my own car company one day.
Wow.
I had a whole thing planned. I have I still have it somewhere in storage, but it's like a book of like 3,000 different like cars and concepts and just like styles of like, cars that I would love to see one day. And so I was like kind of focused on that. But then I was like, I really love creating, making people laugh and stuff. Let me see if I can, lean more into like the film side and, and stick with that. So even though I got accepted into Marquette, I got accepted to Milwaukee School of Engineering, Columbia University in New York, and then Columbia College Hollywood. And so I was like, okay, out of all these schools that I got accepted to, it was kind of crazy too, because I'm like, okay, I got to make a decision. Like I was trying to put it off as long as I could, because I wanted to make sure that it was like the right decision. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I've never done film before. I want to get into that. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah. And
I was like, which one is the furthest from home?
Wow. Okay.
So that's how I ended up at Columbia College Hollywood. And then after like my first year, I loved it out here, but it was so expensive. They didn't have on-campus housing, and so that was all out of pocket.
Really?
So I was like working part-time at Ross, trying to like make ends meet. And so I was like, okay, I can't sustain this. I got to move back.
Yeah.
And so moved back to Chicago, finished up at Columbia College Chicago, like the same thing. And so I had to go back and do it all over again, I would have gone and got my engineering degree.
Really? Would you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I'm at a place in my life where it's like, I still love creating. I still love acting, all that stuff. That's still my I'd say number 2 passion. Number 1 is music. I make music and stuff like that, and do like music videos and all this stuff. So rapping and singing, that's my very first love. I will always love that first and primarily. But acting is definitely right up there as well. And so, like these days I do want to go back for my master's, but it's more so along the clinical psychology part because I love talking with people and I want to help people with like their mental and emotional health as well. Because like I've gone through so much crap in my own life that I definitely want to be able to help others who had struggled or, come from abuse and stuff like that the same way that I have. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like most people who go into acting, I feel like it's kind of like they, you hear that thing of people being like, if you have a backup option, then do that, you know? And so I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't have a backup option. But I kind of like that, not that engineering was your backup, but that you like had another thing and you were like, no, I still want to pursue my dreams. It's okay to like also be passionate about something else, but be like, I want to do acting. Or I want to do music, or, why not pursue that?
Exactly.
And see what could be. You only have one life.
Right.
So just test it out. And also, life is long. Like you said, you did the acting thing, but now if you want to go do engineering, you can still go do that. Like just because, you're not 22 anymore, doesn't mean you can't still do that.
Exactly.
And people think that like after college, well, that's what you got to do forever. Like that's just not true.
Exactly. I figured, especially with like this year and even like next year, I'm like, I'm going to just, give everything I can into acting while I still can, because I'm like, well, I cut all my hair off. So I'm like, specifically for the acting stuff.
So you got to try.
Exactly. And that was the motivator. I was like, well, I did all that. And like, so may as well see.
Yeah, right. Honestly.
But yeah, if I ever win the lottery or some life event happens where I'm able to kind of get back into start like, engineering and cars and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. You learn something new every day.
Right? And so even just like, I want to know like what sparked your passion for acting? Like when was that moment in your life where it was like, wow, this is what I want to do with my life?
Just like I feel, I don't know, always. Like so my parents both did theater like forever. That's how they met. They met doing theater together.
That's amazing.
And like neither of them did it professionally. Like they didn't try to like make a career out of it. It was mostly like community theater, but they would do whole seasons of shows. Like they were always in a show. And like a lot of my earliest memories of like being a little kid is like watching my parents on stage, or like, they couldn't find a babysitter, I'd be sitting at rehearsal, and just like watching them perform. And my mom more so than my dad. I mean, they both sing, but like my mom was always singing at like funerals. She was singing in church. She was singing at weddings. So I feel like it was always around my house. And even, we'd go on road trips, or I'd come home from school and my mom would be cleaning the house to like the soundtrack of Wicked, that's just what was always playing in my house. So I did my first musical when I was 8. I did A Christmas Carol and I played young Scrooge.
Yes.
And my sister played medium Scrooge. Yeah. And my mom was my mom and my dad was nephew Fred. Like we were all in it together.
I love that. The entire Tshudy family involved.
Literally. Yeah. And I like remember my audition. I was so young and I was like, I didn't want to go on stage by myself. I was a really shy little kid, like really shy. And I went on stage and I remember like sitting on my dad's knee and him like singing the song with me so that I could like get through my audition, because I didn't want to do it by myself.
Aww.
But I mean, I was lucky that like in my local community theater, I was a Nepo baby. So I got the role because my parents did shows there. I was a community theater Nepo baby. That didn't help me anywhere in my career, but it did help me in Belvedere, New Jersey. But yeah, and I loved it. And then the next year, the four of us all did a show together again. And, you know, then I did my elementary school shows and my middle school shows. And I got to high school and my mom put me in voice lessons, or maybe it was like a little before high school, I got put into voice lessons. And my voice teacher, she was like an opera singer. Wow. So that's kind of how I trained, was like classically. Mm-hmm. And there was a while in high school when I was trying to decide if I wanted to go to school, like basically for opera or musical theater, which is crazy to think if I would have like gone to school for like opera, like vocal performance.
It's intense though.
Yeah. Well, and also I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm such an actor. Not that like operas aren't acting or anything, or, you know, you can't act if you do that. But I'm so glad that I chose musical theater, because I feel like my voice teacher really kind of wanted me to go the other route. But I was like, I don't know. I feel a passion for theater and acting and dance, and, you know, so I'm glad that I did that. But I don't think that there was ever a moment where I considered another path.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when I was really little, maybe I wanted to be a teacher because my parents both worked in schools. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, I don't ever remember considering going to college for anything else other than performance or voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Mm-hmm. And that is literally in your DNA.
I know. I just feel like I was surrounded by it my entire life. Mm-hmm. And even my sister doesn't act as a career or anything, but like she did all of her musicals and she did community theater. And so I would like watch her on stage and be like, I want to do that. And like, she would get like a lead role in her High School Musical, and I was like, God, I hope I get a lead role one day, you know. And then not to say that I surpassed her, but you know, I did my freshman year of high school. I did get the lead in the musical, and I remember that was like a big moment as like a freshman. I was like, wait, what? Am I like actually like good at this? That's crazy. But yeah, and I never looked back.
Good. That's amazing. That's the first time I ever heard the term community theater nepo baby.
Yeah, right. I know. It's like in my town. I will say my hometown is so small. Like my parents met at the community theater. My grandfather, like back in like the, I want to say 70s maybe, was the principal of my elementary school. Yeah. And my other grandfather used to be the pastor of the church I grew up at. Wow. So I kind of was like a nepo baby in all forms of my hometown.
Yeah.
But like that didn't help me in any other aspect of my life other than like all the old people in my town like know who I am. But that's it.
So the Tshudys were involved in all community aspects.
We really were. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I know every person in my town, and my parents know every person in my town. I was like a little town celebrity because everybody knew this. The Tshudys.
Amazing. Yeah, I wonder like what your career would have been if you had done opera too. Like
I know. I mean, like I think it would have been. I think I would have found myself back here anyway.
Absolutely.
You know, I think I would have like
you can do both too.
Right. Like I think if I were to have done that, I would have like, you know, gotten my voice training and then been like, well, but now I kind of want to act too, and I probably would have found myself back at musical theater anyway.
Yeah.
And then, you know, other aspects of acting, other areas of acting.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Like the only opera I've ever done was lyric opera in Chicago, like this theater downtown Chicago. And it was fucking hard.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah. And even just like audition, because I was just in the ensemble and I was like understudying, like it's this production called Ernani. It's like part of like the Verdi series. Mm-hmm. And so just in the ensemble, just doing like understudying like one role. And I'm like, wow, like just seeing like everybody around and like how much that they've dedicated their lives into all of this.
Yeah.
And just learning like, because some of them ended up picking up like Italian language.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like my voice teacher had me doing Italian arias. Yeah. I did French songs. I did songs in German. I was saying like, I was singing songs in all different language back then when I was like studying opera.
Right. It's like, how do you all do that? And so
Yeah.
even just trying to like, like using like a opera coach for like learning like that show, I was like, ooh, okay, this is the only thing I could ever do. I don't want to do opera. It's
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a
well,
lot.
and then also like I
had fun, but it was hard.
yeah, and like career wise, I'm like, how many operas are getting performed? You know what I mean? It's like I feel like it's such a smaller pool of opportunity.
Yeah.
If you're gonna like go into something like that.
Yeah. And like, it's kind of funny because like I do have some friends back home in the opera space, and they'll kind of like shit on like community theater people or even theater in general, like musical theater. But so my friends were like, okay, if you're moving to LA to pursue like acting and stuff like that, and you're still going to be doing theater out there, why not move to like New York? And I'm like, well, because of the fact that I do want to do, film and TV, and I feel like the market is bigger out here, even though they got TV, and film in other places. For like a brief, short, like 3-month stint, I was like dating somebody that was in the opera space, and
really?
she had made a backhanded like comment, I guess, comment. We'll see how like I want to get your opinions on this.
Okay.
But ultimately it just didn't work out because we just wanted just different things,
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember like when we were dating, she was like, opera is for theater people that know how to sing but can't perform and dance and act.
Okay.
And musical theater are for people who can, sing or who can act and dance but can't sing. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean,
that was like the most backhanded like comment, like
yeah, but also listen, like,
what are your thoughts on that?
Okay. Listen, I think that there are definitely plenty of opera singers that exist that know how to act and dance very well. In the same way that, like, man, I know a lot of musical theater singers who are classically trained that do know how to like really sing like classically, and they can also belt, and they can also sing pop, and they can also sing rock, and you know what I mean? Like, I think musical theater, especially in today's world, is super versatile. This is a word the past week that I haven't, I don't know which one I want to say. I don't know why I've been saying versatile so much recently. Anyway, I'm going to say versatile. It feels right.
Do it, yes.
But I do think that, in today's world, musical theater is so versatile. Like I feel like back in, the golden age of musical theater, everyone needed to have like that sweet, soprano or whatever. You have like your low notes, whatever. But now there's so many different genres of musicals, and like, just because someone isn't classically trained does not mean that they're not a good singer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like there are, and I know so many people that can sing so many types of music. But also, like, I do know people who are incredible belters. They can really sing rock. They can really sing pop. And maybe they can't sing like the classical musical theater style. But okay, then they're just gonna book all these other things that aren't classical musical theater. Like I don't know. I'm always so impressed, especially with my friends. Like I feel like my friends are the most talented people in the whole world. Like they impress me every single day, and I feel so lucky to be like surrounded by people that are so talented. I went on a tangent.
No,
but
we love tangents here.
To respond to what your ex said, I mean, I guess I agree with some people, but disagree with other people. I don't know. There are some people that, that's probably true for, and there are other people that definitely that's not true.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, we can't be boxing people into just like one category, because there are, like you said, there are people that can kind of, live in both lanes.
And a lot of people that are trained in different ways. I'm sure there are a lot of trained dancers who are opera singers. And a lot of opera singers who are trained dancers and trained actors as well.
Exactly. And like, have y'all ever heard of Adele? She's
Right.
like she's classically trained and she does pop. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
she
Lady
does
Gaga,
everything.
Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande.
Right, the list goes on.
Have you heard her in Wicked? Like, come on.
Exactly. Yeah. So thank you for like making me feel like sane and normal.
You are sane and normal. You are.
And so also so I found out that you like in your free time you love watching bad reality TV.
I do.
Practicing latte art. Okay, pop off. And so I kind of want to know which one's like kind of harder to master, like doing like really cool different types of latte art, or like like trying not to get frustrated when watching like a reality TV show.
Okay, this is great. In where I am right now, I'm very latte art focused.
All right.
I just started a job at a new coffee shop and I haven't done latte art practice in a few months. So I'm just getting back into it.
Yeah.
And the other day I had like a training class where I was just practicing my latte art. I'm not even kidding you, for like 3 hours straight. I wasted so much milk and so much espresso. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so hard to get it perfect. And I feel like, and I can't even do anything like that cool. Like I can do like, the honestly, a heart is like harder than like a Rosetta thing. Like
Really?
I don't know why. Just like a plain heart is so hard for me. But like to do like fancy little like the boo.
Like
I can do like a leaf or
yeah.
like the little like the stacked. I don't even know the names of them. Honestly, I should. Like the like stacked heart thing. Like I could do that, but it is when you don't get it right. It is super frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I've been really busy recently, so I haven't even had time to watch my bad reality TV, which is unfortunate because I'm so busy, and I'd love a day to just like sit and watch trash TV.
Yeah.
I need to do that so bad.
Yeah.
But right now the latte art is really frustrating. Hi.
Harley came over to make you feel comfortable. She was like, I'm so
she's
sorry
like,
to hear that.
I can tell you're stressed. And I'm like, I am. Thank you for helping me out.
Yeah. Like my favorite reality TV show right now is definitely Love Island and Love is Blind. Like
See, okay. I do love Love Island. Love is Blind, for some reason, it takes me a while to get into that one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I'm like a sucker for, a bunch of people on an island trying to like figure out who they're obsessed with. Like I love Love Island. I love Too Hot to Handle.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why.
Is that the one with the cone with Lana?
Yes, with Lana. Shut up. And
love that.
they're like not allowed to like
you can't
do
touch or
anything.
kiss
You can't touch,
or
kiss, no heavy petting. Like
Exactly.
Oh my God. I don't know why.
I live for that show.
I love that show. Like it's so ridiculous. And also I'm a big Bachelor person too.
Yeah.
One of my college roommates got me into The Bachelor because I was never into it.
Yeah.
And then I went through like a really bad breakup, and she was like, why don't you watch the breakup? Oh my God. Why don't you watch The Bachelor with me? And I was like, you know what? Okay. And the thing is once you watch one season, they like take someone from that season to be like the next Bachelor or Bachelorette. Yep. So then you have to keep watching. And then you get into Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Where they get oh my God.
All the all-stars.
I love Paradise. It's my favorite like Bachelor franchise show. And then now Netflix is doing these things too, where they're taking people from all the different reality TV shows and putting them on their own.
Yep.
And I'm like, you can't do this to me, because then you already know the people. So you like know who you like, and you don't like already going in.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing. They know how to like get you hooked. It's crazy.
Because when I saw the one guy and girl from The Bachelor on what was that, on the latest season of Perfect Match, I was like, how did they get that contract? How did they get them on that show?
I know, because that's like what, ABC and Netflix. Like, how did they even?
Right.
How is that legal? Yeah. I don't know. But I'm such. And you know what? Like, I wish I was like one of the actors that's like, I need to watch all of like the best TV and the best movies that are out right now because I need to study that. And I'm like, I do love those shows, but like, God, the reality TV is also honestly like studying those people is a good part of acting too.
Yes.
Like it's also inspiration for a character. These like bad reality TV members, like inspiration for your acting. You don't have to watch these like you have to watch real people, and those are real people.
They are.
So,
absolutely.
that's where I get my inspiration.
If there was ever like of all the reality TV shows, I probably would want to go on Too Hot to Handle because like
really, but that's the thing about Too Hot to Handle is that you don't know you're on it.
Yeah,
like that's what they do. They they trick you so that people think they're getting on a show where they can just like fuck around. Can I curse on here? I don't know.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I'd be offended if you did not curse.
Yeah, like these people want to be on a show where they can just like sleep with everyone on the show, and then they find out it's too hot to handle, and they're like,
Exactly.
That's the best part about it.
Like, it's so fucking wild. I swear. It's like example. So for those of you who may probably never seen Too Hot to Handle. So there's this cone named Lana, and basically she kind of controls the entire resort. These singles all come from all over the world. And they try to match with each other and see like, hey, like, you know, like can I build an emotional connection with this person without any physical, intimacy.
And then like they lose money if they like break the rules and stuff. But they lose it for everyone else. So then the rest of the people get mad at them.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh
yeah. Cause it's so funny too at the top of like every season. It's like, here's this new dating reality TV show. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Right.
Oh my God, the guys, the girls, they're all so hot. I can't wait to jump in. And then like just when they're all happy, Lana comes right the cone. No.
Oh, it's so good.
Hilarious. And so kind of like what we were talking about at the top of this show. So we're both in Three Coconuts. We've been doing this show for a few weeks now. Yep. And we've been rehearsing this for quite a while. Yeah. So you play Sheila, like this vibrant, flower power, like powerful gal. I absolutely love the energy you bring to the character.
Thank you.
And I play Maurice, and like we're like in a relationship together, like in the show. And so Maurice, I'm like this pimp that lives upstairs. And the premise of the show is this Jewish mother, Ida, set in the 1960s. She has a teenage son, and she's trying to find a role model for her son and possibly a husband for herself, and puts an ad out in a Jewish newspaper. And these three guys come over to blind date her to see who's the best match. And it's a bunch of funny stuff throughout the entire.
It's its own reality TV show in itself.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's so great. It's so great. And so, so I was like reading like one of the reviews from Broadway World, and it said that
I haven't read any of them. So
you have to read it.
I know. I'm nervous.
So one of the reviews from Broadway World said that you and I together remind audiences of a cool retro TV vibe from Link and Julie on the Mod Squad. So I never heard of this show because this is like, boomer shows.
Boomer shows. Yeah, not us.
Exactly. So I had to like look it up. I was like, what the heck? And so we'll post a little image here, but basically it's like this detective show, if I'm understanding this correctly, and there's like these three characters: this black guy with an afro, this white lady with like red hair, I think, and then
and us.
exactly, and like this other guy, and so we're solving crimes, trying to like go after people that are like all types of criminals and predators and stuff like that. And I guess something about like our retro vibe kind of reminds us of two of the characters from the show. Nice. So now I'm like, damn, I may have to like watch an episode just to see what they're talking about.
We'll use that as inspiration for next weekend's show.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So kind of like feeding off of that, like what's your secret for building like stage chemistry with like a scene partner?
I mean, especially when it's like a romantic thing, the worst thing you can possibly do in a situation like that is like have it be awkward.
Yeah.
I can't stand like awkward romance situations. I just feel like it's like, and you know, if you have an intimacy coordinator, like that, I'm sure that helps. But like, I always want to make the person feel comfortable. So, I mean,
Same.
I would always be like, hey, are you cool to kiss today? You know what I mean? Like, I think just being over communicative in situations like that, but in the same way, just like go right into it. You know, you want to communicate that everyone feels safe and comfortable, but like, I think just not having the awkwardness of like, you know, like, and just going for it. Cause once you go for it, then everything is just kind of like, okay, now we already did it. So it's whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I also, I feel like I'm kind of shy at first as a person, but especially with like a scene partner, I feel like I want to talk to them more outside. It's just the comfortability. Yeah. And once you build a relationship outside of the show, then it just automatically makes it easier inside the show to, you know, have a good, comfortable relationship.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. Cause like, you know, like even just in my own experience, like having like a romantic scene partner, like in the show, like, yeah, like one of the first things I want to do as well is like, you know, communicate and like, hey, like, okay, like, what are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Like, let's try to like, you know, bring the director's vision to life. And then also, you know, keeping like both of each other's like comfortability and space, like, you know, at the forefront. And then, cause like, especially it's always easier when you are working with the intimacy coordinator because like, okay, now you have like that third party that can also kind of monitor and to kind of like, you know, guide you through it. But then like, you know, if you don't have one, you're kind of just left to your own devices. It's like, all right, well, let's try to figure this out as best as we can.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I think even in this show, we definitely like, you know, I think the communication that you and I have, like even like outside of like our characters is like spot on. So yeah. So I think, you know, shout out to us for like being like cool, you know.
We are cool.
Now that I'm thinking about it too, like I think you and I both were in the show Rent, not in the same production of Rent, but we were both in Rent.
Yeah, which is another show that's
with intimacy, right?
Yeah, it's very
it's like raunchy
wacky and raunchy. Well, and that's the thing too. I feel like I mean, not to whatever. I a lot of times feel like I get cast as like a slut. I don't know why. I don't know why I put that energy out there, but that just seems to be my type.
Are you just giving off some kind of energy, Joelle?
Like,
what the hell?
Dumb
Come on now.
Slut energy is just what people love to cast me as. But I'm not offended by it. Like I'm like, yeah, I mean, you need to be smart to play dumb. So
exactly.
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've been in a lot of raunchy shows, a lot of situations where I've needed to, you know, you just be comfortable immediately with a scene partner because you have to do uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of stage kisses and a lot of just like, I don't want to say inappropriate, but like a lot of, you know, a lot of really raunchy and intimate moments on stage.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm used to it. So it kind of makes it easier going forward to kind of do stuff like that. And like you said, I mean, you've done the same. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's not new to either of us, which I think is helpful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cause like one of my friends who had never had like, you know, like an intimate, like, you know, scene partner, it was like their first time going into it. And they were like sharing with me, and this was like back in one of my Chicago shows. Like, yeah, I was like nervous as hell, but of course, like talking with the other person and like just being friends offline really helped, you know, bring those characters to life and put all the awkwardness, you know, like behind us. But yeah, so. And
I also think it's just like the older you get, the more you're just kind of like, it's whatever, you know, it's just part of it. It's a job. Yes. And like, you know, as long as you're being respectful of the other person and their comfortability and, you know, you both have a mutual respect for each other, then it'll be fine.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I get like to actors out there that are listening or watching, you know, like if you have like a scene partner that you have a romantic scene with, you know, definitely communicate and make sure that, you know, you're treating each other with respect and like, having like that open dialogue, because that's what's important, whether it's on film, stage, wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to know, like, are there any funny, memorable moments from this show that, that you like to share? Like, I'm trying to like, I think I might have one, but if you want to.
Yeah. I'll say, I think a lot of my favorite moments backstage or like during the rehearsal process of this show is Warren's magic tricks.
Yes.
Like I just like we have for those of you that don't know, there's a guy in our cast who's a magician, like outside of the show.
He's so cool.
He's so cool and he's so fun. But the first day he did that card trick on me, and you were like sitting right next to me, I think, blew my mind. And you weren't here. There was another one that he did, opening night. Like he had us look at like Wikipedia pages and just click random pages on Wikipedia. Like went around there, and he used my phone. So it wasn't like, it was like he was using a weird thing on his phone. Like he used my phone so that we knew he wasn't like
rigging anything.
Yeah, rigging anything.
Yeah.
And he passed it like around, and we each just clicked a random link on whatever Wikipedia page we were. And before we even did that, he had one of our cast members like pick a number 1 through 6, and she picked 4. And so everyone picked the random thing, and he wrote down what everyone chose on this Wikipedia page, a random word. And at the end, the 4th letter in every word spelled coconuts.
Whoa. That's insane.
I could not believe. He blows my mind. I don't understand. That one, like, I was like, how? Like, we all just chose a random word.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did we choose words that spelled coconut? That is so bizarre to me.
Yeah. That is insanity. Wow.
Like, what?
Yeah.
How you can't rig that? What do you mean?
Exactly.
So I don't know. That I will say, his little magic tricks, they get me every time.
Yes. And like, I see why he's an exclusive member at a very, very, very well-known club out here. So
yeah,
which makes sense. I'm like, damn, he's got it. He's got it.
What's your moment?
So my moment would definitely have to be the whole casting process, because like, as far as just like the first meetup. I will never forget this, because like, I'm sure you went through the exact same thing.
I'm sure. I was like, what?
So long story short, my agent gets in contact with me about the audition, for this show. I show up or whatever, and it's a house. I'm like, am I being pranked? Like, what's going to happen? Am I going to be okay? I was just like, I'm going to end up in the next Netflix documentary, and Sean was never heard from.
That's literally what I thought. I was like, is this allowed? Like, what am I doing? Why am I at this random house? I mean, like, it's a nice house.
It's
you know what I mean?
nice.
It didn't look like, it wasn't like a horror movie house or anything, but I don't know. Exactly.
And so I get there and meet with the director, Howard, and then we're having like this dialogue. He's telling me about the character and like how, the character was like this real guy that lives upstairs and all that stuff, this pimp guy. And so he was like, hey, I want you to like read for these lines. And so we do a couple scenes, and he's like, okay, yeah, definitely like the way that you're playing this. So tell you what, I'm gonna get back to you in about a week, because I still got to do some casting and stuff. But hold on to like my number, and then like I'll let you know. And then a week later, like I had got like the call and everything. But like I said, like just walking up to like the house, I was just like, where the hell am I?
Well, he wasn't even home when I got there. Did I tell you this?
No.
So
no.
I knocked on his door. Like, maybe because, early is late, late is on time, whatever. So I got there early, and I knocked on his door. I want to say like 10 minutes before like my time, and no one answered. And I was like, oh my God, am I at an abandoned house? Like, what is happening? So I like went back in my car, and I went back up like 5 minutes later, knocked on the door, no answer. And I was like, you know what? Maybe he's like with the person before me, the person who auditioned before me, they're like somewhere else, so he's like waiting till they're done, whatever.
Yeah.
So I went back in my car, and I was like, I'll just sit here until someone comes in or out of that house. and he pulls into his driveway and starts getting groceries out of his car. And I was like, hello? And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. I had to run an errand real quick. And I was like, okay. And he, I went inside and he told me about the show. He didn't even have me read anything. He didn't even have me read any lines. Like, he just told me what the show was, and then and asked me if I could play ditzy, and I was like, yeah. I was like, that's all I do, actually. He basically was like, cool, I'm gonna send you the script, read it over, and let me know if you want it. And I was like, oh, that's it?
Yeah, right on.
I was like, I could be the worst actor ever. You have no idea, but all right, if you trust me, then let's go. It was so wild. But I mean, my big thing is I'm like, I've never regretted a show. Mm-hmm. Like and last year, 2025, which is when we got cast in this show, I made a resolution to myself of saying yes to every opportunity. Because like I said, I've never done a show and regretted it. Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to say yes to everything. So I said yes to this, and I'm happy I did. I don't regret it. Yeah. I'm very happy to be here.
All right. Love that. Yes. Yeah. I definitely think we have a really great show and a really great cast of characters for sure. And even like the young kid who plays Zach, like so basically Zach, the kid who plays Sammy, thank you, in this show plays the younger version of Howard when Howard was a teenager. Yeah, but even Zach, he is so amazing at what he does. I think the entire cast in general is just it's a great cast. I think everybody was perfectly put. Yeah,
and it's such a it's such a array of ages in this cast. It's 11 people, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
The youngest is 14, and the oldest is 80.
Yeah.
Like it's a very unique group of people, but everyone is like so perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, and also speaking of which, like yesterday, well, at the time of this recording yesterday.
Yes.
So for our Sunday matinee, for some reason, I couldn't talk. I think that's another memorable moment from this show. So like the monologue where I'm talking about me being a Shabbos goy for a Jewish family or whatever. So for some reason, I just did not. I was like, why can't I talk? I know the lines.
You stumbled a little bit, and I was like, is he good?
It was so bad. I was like, what? It
really wasn't that bad. I knew because I obviously hear it a million times. But like from the audience's perspective, like, because I did think this too. Because when you stumbled, I was like, he stumbled a little bit. But then I was like, they probably couldn't tell though. Like I thought it in my head.
And then it happened again during the second act when I'm supposed to talk about my name. I'm like, I'm Maurice Dubois.
It did happen again. You're right. Yeah, but again, I feel like these are things that we know they probably didn't clock.
Exactly. So yeah, we all have our moments, and I think the one moment that you definitely saved my ass on, I think you already know.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So there's a point in where I'm supposed to say to the other character, to the mom played by Dana. And she says she pretty much asks like, hey, what are you like what are you doing down here? I gotta get ready for Shabbos dinner. And I was supposed to say you ain't got no clothes on because she's rushing around and not paying attention to like what she got on. And I just couldn't think of the line. I'm like, where are we supposed to go? Like
the two of you just kind of like went in circles, and I was like, should I cut in? Or I was like, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. And then I could tell you we're gotta figure it out.
I was not gonna.
And so I said your line, but I thought back to it, and I said it like very much not in my character. I said it as if I was you. And
so you was like, you ain't got no clothes.
Yeah,
on.
like I literally was like, I said it with your exact like intonation, and I was like, that is so not my character. But I was like
girl, I was fighting trying not to like break character.
I was like, why did I say it like that? Like that is not. It was so. I just like as I knew the line, and I knew the line only the way you said it. Apparently, like. It was so weird. I was like, you ain't got no clothes on. What? Why? But you know what? It fixed the scene. So
Exactly. And I can tell you exactly where I got thrown off, because you know how like when she tells the character Sammy to go into the kitchen to check on the food.
And she had like forgotten it a couple of times. So
Right.
you were trying to cover for her, and then you lost yours. So then I covered for you.
Exactly.
That's showbiz, baby.
Exactly. Yes. But thankfully we have such a professional cast, and Dana is phenomenal as
so
Ida.
Great.
Like,
and she does so much. Oh my god.
She's in every scene, every line.
The whole show is one long monologue of hers, and we're just like
Yes.
interrupting every once in a while. That's like what the show is.
Exactly. It's literally an Ida monologue played by Dana, and we're just trying to figure ourselves out in it.
Like
she's
it's her.
killing it.
Yeah, she is killing it. She's fantastic.
Yes. So, so shout out to Dana. Shout out to the entire cast, and crew. Yes. Everybody. So definitely come and see the show. And I kind of want to know too, like, if anybody is kind of like on the fence about, coming in to see the show, what would be your elevator pitch to them to get them to come out?
It's so wacky. You never know what's going to come next. Like every single scene just gets weirder than the scene before. And then you get into act 2, and it's so not what you're expecting. It'll definitely keep you on your toes. It'll keep you laughing. Everyone is so silly. That's 10 seconds. So I'm ending it there.
Absolutely. So come out and see the show. You still got time. You got like 4 or 5
a long time.
weekends?
Till the end of March.
Yeah, right. To the end of March.
Yeah.
So come and see the show. All right. We're out here in Santa Monica, California. And if you're not from California, fly over here anyway.
Yeah. Just spend so much money and come see
all
us.
the money to come see us. And plus, like to the listenership, like, it's a lot of you out there. So definitely share it with a friend. Like, let somebody know. If you got somebody who lives out here, like, share.
Come on by.
Exactly.
Have a good time.
Yes. And and so also like the next show that you signed on to do is Reefer Madness, and so
very different, very 180 from what we're doing now. The only non-difference is that I'm also playing a dumb slut. Yes, I'm doing Reefer
you're
Madness.
booked and blessed. So.
I know, and you know what? I'm good at it, I guess. So
it's okay. I get typecast as well.
Yeah. No, it's so fun. Another raunchy show. We're talking about raunchy shows.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's at the Wisteria Theater in North Hollywood, kind of like Burbank adjacent. It's right by the Burbank Airport.
All right. Okay.
It's hilarious. And everyone's vocals are tight. Everyone sounds fantastic. We haven't started choreography yet, but I'm imagining that it'll be great.
Yeah.
And yeah, also woman-owned theater. Please support it. The Wisteria Theaters.
Yes.
Woman-owned. They are fantastic. The 2 girls that own it, very near and dear to my heart.
All right.
Please come up and see it. It'll be so fun.
Let's go. All right. You heard it here first. So please go and support the show. And we'll make sure to drop a link to the to the tickets for that show and tickets for this show. And also Joelle's, Instagram and all that. We'll have all the links and the resources below. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. And like one more question before we get off to the listener submissions, because we got a few that we got to unpack, and they are pretty great.
I love unpacking.
All right. And so, can you kind of share with us like what's next for you in your acting journey, even beyond like these next few shows, and what's the next big goal for you as you or even gigs you hope to land?
Similar to you, I do a lot of theater, but I did come out here to do like more TV, film, commercial stuff. That's what I wanted to get into, and then I found myself in this theater world, and I'm very grateful for it because I love the people I've met. I love all the work that I've done. But I would really love to take another step into that direction.
Yeah.
Because I've done some short films. I've done some like little on-camera gigs or whatever, but I want to like do something significant in that world.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to get there. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to kind of make that transition, but I guess that's my next goal. But again, I think in the city, so much is just like making connections and because most of the shows or most of the gigs that I've booked have been from people that I already know and just been like, hey, do you want to do this? You want to do that? And just not from blind auditioning. So maybe if anyone can get me into that world, please do. But I guess that's my next goal. But also, like I said, last year was my year of saying yes, and I'm doing it again this year. I'm just going to keep saying yes and take every opportunity that comes and not put too much. I want to have goals, but not put too much pressure on myself, you know?
Absolutely.
So
that's awesome. Yeah, like and you know, when, not if, when you make your big silver screen debut, all I ask is that I get a ticket to the premiere.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. You'll be there.
Awesome.
And same goes for you. Yes. I want a ticket to your premiere.
Absolutely.
Nice.
It's all right. You all heard it here first.
Yeah, it's recorded, so it has to happen.
Exactly. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, can you do me a really quick favor? Can you please rate and review this podcast? Like hit that 5-star review because, and I do read all the reviews because this helps me know how this podcast is helping others and how, you know, this podcast is serving you, because my job as a host is to serve you this podcast the way that you would prefer it to be. Thank you so much for the listeners for submitting these screenshots. So these screenshots today come from the dating app Hinge, and so the listeners, they saw some things and they submitted it here. They want us to let them know: is this hinged as in green flag or unhinged red flag deal breaker?
Got it. Okay.
All right. So this first one says, my love language is sarcasm, forehead kisses, and disappearing after saying we should totally hang out again. Is this hinged or unhinged?
Unhinged. Definitely unhinged. I mean, like I see where they were coming from with like trying to be silly and funny. Listen, I love a goofy person. I really do. And so I can see how you were this person was trying to be goofy, but openly admitting to disappearing after saying we should hang out again is really unhinged. That's crazy. Yeah.
And see, this is my problem with dating in LA, because like, you know, like there are people that I've like dated in the past on the app that have been like, oh, yeah, we should totally hang out again or whatever. And then,
well, listen, and if you want to disappear, but don't openly admit it on your dating app.
Exactly.
Like what?
Exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've done that a couple times
too. Yeah, we've all done it. But you don't say it before even going on a date.
Exactly. I agree. This is unhinged.
Unhinged. Verdict, unhinged.
Yes. Yeah. Even, you know what? Even like a quick tangent on this. So like dating in Chicago was so different, because like people on the date, like they'll tell you like after the date whether they're feeling it or not. They're way more kind of just like, you know, like just straightforward about it.
Right.
But like out here, I feel like it's like the LA no. Oh yeah, we should totally do this. Or we should totally do that.
And then you don't. Yeah, no. Listen, I've had it done to me, but I'm also guilty of it.
Right, we all do it.
You know, how many friends have I been like, oh my God, yeah, let's like do that next week, and then you just never do it.
Exactly.
But you know, it's, you know, we're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy and booked and blessed.
Exactly. This next one says, I go crazy for tea. Is this hinged or unhinged?
You know, I'm gonna say it's hinged.
insane.
And that might be an
glad you said
unpopular
that.
opinion, but like I also go crazy for tea.
As long as it's tea, that's not about me.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with me. Like I love hearing other people's tea. It's great, you know. And honestly, can I say, tea great for bonding.
Yes.
How do you make your best friends? You talk about tea together, and that's. I don't know. I think it's hinged.
Oh yeah. And especially in the performance art space, there's always tea.
Always tea. Yeah, and if you both have like beef with the same person, instant connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, did we just become friends?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Hinged.
Very.
I love tea.
Very. This last one says, most spontaneous thing I've ever done. Randomly flew out to Miami a day after a breakup and made a road trip to Disney World. Okay. Is this hinged or unhinged?
Hinged. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Go to Disney World. That's awesome. What?
Yeah.
I think that's great. I wish that I could randomly fly out to Miami for a day and go to Disney World.
Exactly.
But I wish I had that kind of money. I would do that after a breakup. Absolutely.
Right. It's like, you know what? Since I just had the most unhappiest day of my life, I'm going to go to the happiest place on earth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And turn that right around.
Exactly.
Hinged.
Very.
Actually, like very, very hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm about that a lot.
So thank you all so much for tuning in and submitting those screenshots. Those were hilarious. Joelle and I, we enjoyed those.
Yeah.
If you want to get involved and submit your stories or your screenshots, your questions, submit it to situationspodcast.com/submit. It's an anonymous submission form. I won't know who submitted what. And me and a guest will unpack it on the show. And Joelle, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you are now an official friend of the podcast, meaning you're welcome to come back onto the show whenever you want.
Yay! I will. Don't you worry.
Yes.
I'll be here whenever you want.
Yes. And then you can bring the theater friends and we can have all the tea, right?
Oh, all the tea. Yes. Very hinged.
Right. Wonderful. And can you share with our listeners where they can find you if you want to plug your social media, whatever?
Oh my gosh, yes. My social media, I'm the only me that exists. So I'm very easy to find. At Joelle Tshudy, JoelleTshudy. You can also, I have a website as well. Do I update it that often? No. But yeah, just look up my name and it's me.
All right.
There's no other me's. It's just me.
All right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what's the origin of Tshudy? Is that Irish or?
I'm actually not Irish. I'm just a redhead. But I think my dad always goes, I think it's Swiss. So I don't fully know, but we think it's Swiss.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Like, I was going to go into a tangent about, you know what? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go on a small tangent.
Do it.
No. So like, I believe like on my, biological father side of the family, there's like a little bit of Irish, like, and so I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, great grandmother.
Wow.
Don't know too much about that, like how that all happened, but immigrated from Ireland, came here. Yeah. So it's like it's cool when you find out about things like that.
Yeah.
But like my general like heritage is French Creole, so I'm a Cajun.
Oh, cool.
and Haitian and Native American, particularly Sioux. But
wow, that's awesome. I'm just everything white European is what I am, except for Irish, I guess.
Right. So I'm more Irish than you know.
Yeah, honestly, yes, you are. I don't know, and no one else in my family has red hair. It's literally just me, so I don't really know where she comes from, but whatever.
Hey, but you know what? That's your moneymaker. That's what's booking all the gigs.
It is, honestly, like, yeah. She's doing a lot for me, so I'm happy with her.
Yes, love it. Wonderful. Well, with whether on a boat, a plane, a train, hey, maybe you could be like an actor somewhere out there in the world. You can take Situations Podcast with you wherever you go. Doesn't matter who you are. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever. Follow Joelle and her journey on her Instagram. She just gave it. So Definitely follow, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It helps us, as artists. And with that, I'll see you all back here for the next episode in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Woo!